Okay, good morning, everybody. Well, welcome to November the 13th market update. We're going to get started here after the government has passed the bill last night to close the shutdown, get the shutdown over. And also, the bill was signed last night by Donald Trump. And again, he was. I was listening to his rhetoric, what he was saying last night again, and again, lot more negative news towards the insurance companies. And I don't know if anybody heard that. He wants to bypass all the insurance companies and send money directly to people out there. So that was the thing he was talking about last night. We'll talk about more insurance companies today and where they're going. And plus, we have Disney earnings also come out this morning. Not so great. We'll look at those ones. We'll look at rest of the market, especially a lot of stocks. We will go through a lot of stocks this morning. The whole reason, not there is not a lot of news out there this Thursday morning. I was hoping that we get the CPI number this morning, but apparently, according to the Forex Factory, they had it on there yesterday, but they don't have it there on today. It's missing. So I don't think that number is going to be coming out this morning. I wish it was coming out, but look like they're not coming out. And whether they're going to release that number ever again, I have no idea. This is what Donald Trump and Lavette, the secretary, said yesterday, that they might not release these numbers ever again. And why? Because we know those numbers are not going to be good. And Donald Trump doesn't want you to see the bad numbers, so you can yell and scream at Donald Trump. So that's what I think he's trying to do. But again, how are people going to make decisions on what direction the U.S. economy is going? And are they going to have to hire? They're going to have to start looking at more private numbers like ADP numbers. You know, job payrolls, ADP comes out every Wednesday, once a month, and all the other numbers. So how we are going to determine whether we have the economy that is going to the upside or the downside in the U.S., that's going to be very interesting. So also Jerome Powell, is he going to get the numbers? They're going to give him the numbers. I assume they got to say that he's going to give them these numbers, and then possibly he can talk through his talking points and let these numbers come out. But again, it's going to be very interesting how we've been reading the market over the years. I mean, I've been reading the market for like 30 years on these numbers. All of a sudden, we're not going to get any. That's not, it's going to make a difficult job. But anyways, let's get on with the market update. Whether that's going to happen or not, we'll see. But let's take a look at the market, what's doing after the bill was signed last night. The market last night, it kind of jumped early, but since then the market has been going to the downside. ES futures are sitting at 12 points down, and the Nasdaq is sitting 43 points down. So what is the market doing, and what direction is the market gonna go? We determined yesterday we had a high point, low point, and eventually it was gonna go to the high side. We still think the market may go to the high side, long as it doesn't break this point right there, 68.31, or this number here, 68.04, to the downside, and start coming down there. It's going to be really bad if we go below this trend line to the downside. If we don't break this to the upside, we are not going long today. 69.01. This is yesterday's high. Today's high is around 68.94. 68.94 is today's high. So we're not going long unless we get the market above 6,900. Okay, but I do think the market is going to come down. My personal opinion, market comes down, and we're going to be testing the 68.04 again. So today, just based on this, I would say it's a risk off right now. Do not go long on long terms. Do not go long term on swings. Short term trading, yes, you can do short term trading, but nothing long today. And maybe some profit taking as well. Good profit taking on Dollarama. If you had it at $193 yesterday, I hope you took some profit. And again, I think Dollarama had a very quick run to the upside. We'll talk about those stocks in a minute here, but let's talk about the futures, or the rest of it, the market, where the market is going. So ES, I'm going to be somewhere between this level here and this level here. We're going to be testing this time market all day long. So just trade it there. The NASDAQ pretty much following the same step. The low side here, thought this thing would continue to the upside, starting to go sideways, starting to, if it goes below here, it's going to be very short on the NASDAQ here. 25,479 or 480. If it gets below 480, I think it's going to be a good short. But on the long side, if you don't get above here, particularly this high here, the 830, if we don't get above there, we're gonna stay short. We're not gonna go long unless we get above there. But the market in between here is gonna be bouncing around. It's been bouncing around for the last 3 days. You can see that. So indecision candle yesterday, right? So still watch for this point to the downside. So if we can see the market come below here, then we can be really bearish if we get below for 24,627. That's where the market is sitting on the ES and the NASDAQ. Risk off so far, risk off. Okay. Take a look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is about 100 points down. Dow Jones did make the, it went high, lower, low, and back to high again. So the market is good on the Dow. Remember, there are only 30 stocks in here, and they're all blue chip stocks that haven't run up for a long time. Like if you look at Home Depot, Caterpillar, those are solid 30 companies in the Dow 30. So overall, where is the market gonna go? Market is pretty much gonna I think it's already set a new high, maybe a lower low here, maybe continue back to the upside on the Dow, but eventually it will follow the ES S&P 500, right? Better take a look at the IWM. It's been going sideways. I still think this can hit 250 if we get interest rate cuts, and right now it's sitting at 242. As long as we stay above these levels here, especially around here, I think it will stay above here, going into the interest rate cuts, and short term we will get this to the upside. Oil is back below $60 again, never got above the golden line, and it's still going. It's still, the target is still $55 again. That I've been reading the news, looking at what's been coming out of Russia. Russia is still selling cheap oil, and as long as they keep selling that cheap oil, this price is not going to go above 60 or 62 bucks. And in fact, I think the prices may be heading back to $55 range again on CL. On the gold, on the other hand, has been sitting at, like, we broke this level here, 41.75, and since then the gold has been straight to the upside, and I think it will come back to this level here, 43. We're going to be testing this level again. Remember I told you 41.75. If it broke above there, we're going to be bullish on gold, and that's what gold has been exactly doing. And there are a lot of people out there made that money above the 41.75, and they continue to hold. I continue to hold gold going up this level here. Okay, 40. We're going to be retesting that level up there. Silver has been stronger even than gold. It has actually broke this all-time high ever since we broke this level here, 49.20, and silver has now been sitting at the all-time high. Silver continue. If you have silver, continue to hold. I think silver goes higher. Silver has been hasn't produced as much as what gold has, and this is a nice one for silver. The Russell 2000 is roughly, again, we looked at the IWM. IWM just follows the Russell 2000, so it's waiting for interest rate cuts, and let's see what happens. What about the VIX? VIX, after the government shutdown sign up, kind of was heading very low, and now it just picked up slightly. It doesn't really matter much. Not going. I don't see much going anywhere on VIX. So I think VIX will hold steady here. Take a look at what's going on at the 10-year. 10-year is sitting at 4.10. A little bit, it doesn't know where to go right now. So basically, if you look overall, the overall market, where is overall market sitting right now? It's been quiet. Geopolitical issues, none. There isn't happening anything. There's nothing going on between Ukraine and Russia. There's nothing going on in the Middle East. And Donald Trump has been quiet for the last week or so. Nothing major coming out of his mouth. So market has not been, basically you saw that the VIX, and now you're saying the 10-year. Basically this market is in a standstill, and on the other hand we got no numbers coming out of the Feds, the BLS, right? So it's like a confused market. Like where does it want to go? Because it doesn't have the numbers, it doesn't have the information. And once something comes out of somewhere, this market's gonna move. But the market right now is not moving because there's nothing out there that stands out. Maybe that's a good thing for the meantime. Maybe just let the world settle in basically what's going on. But overall, there's nothing going on, and that's the problem right now. And that's what dollar index still sitting. Again, it's below this my triangle. If it stays and closes below this trend line, the dollar index is headed lower. And if the dollar index is headed lower, that means the Japanese yen, the euro, the pound, and the Canadian dollar, they will all get stronger against the American dollar. Okay, so that is what's happening. What's happening with the put call ratio? Incredibly going towards the call side. This is the market is kind of hanging a little bit to the downside, but put call ratio on the Nasdaq and the SPY and even IWM, I wouldn't say that's too far away. All of them are heading towards the call side. They're pushing very strong towards there. Okay. So, and that's what's going on. What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin doesn't know what to do either. It's sitting at 102. Is it going to go to the downside? Is it going to go to the upside? Nobody knows at this point, and it's not moving anywhere. If somebody's telling you this thing is going to go one direction or the other, they're guessing. And right now it's sitting at 102, and I don't think anything gonna happen with this Bitcoin unless we see that interest rates move to one direction or the other. And at the meantime, if the Bitcoin doesn't, even if the Bitcoin keeps going sideways, guys, it's gonna kill a lot of the crypto stocks. And it's killing right now MSTR. MSTR is sitting at 22.24, keeps going down lower. Keeps every time I talk about it, it just goes more lower. And again, I feel something for those people are still holding on to the hope that this thing is gonna come back, because this thing keeps even if Bitcoin goes sideways, this thing is gonna keep going to the downside, because the interest rates are piling on, and coin exchange makes money either direction. It makes money. So I'm going to talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is holding to the sideways as well. And you talk about any cryptocurrency stocks, they're all heading to the downside. Whether you talk about Riot, BITX, Mara, that a lot of people fall. Even the block is even down or sitting around 65. The block is more into payments of cryptocurrency. So all of them are sitting pretty much where they are. So that is that. I'm not going to talk about Forex as much because that's basically, it's not moving much with this dollar index. So let's talk about stocks, guys. Let's put more time into our swing trading. What should you be doing? What should be doing for the short time? What areas to take a look at it right now? And let's take a look at Disney first. Then we'll look at Cisco. Cisco came out with earnings as well. Good earnings, fantastic. But let's take a look at Disney this morning. Disney did come out with earnings. They were not fantastic, but the stock kind of, because it's been going to the downside, so the stock here, it was going to the upside before the earnings. It pulled nicely up to the earnings till the earnings came out this morning. Like I said, it missed the revenue, right? I think it's an opportunity for those who follow Disney to buy. Can you buy at current price? Wait till what would I do is I would wait for this to settle down somewhere. Well, let's see where the price settles. This is a very strong price at 107.86 for them if it holds. And the next would be 105. I think the price will come around here. It will hold, and that would be a great opportunity for you to buy. Okay, and if I'm buying here, I will certainly let you know, but I already have shares. I'm holding on to them. Very few left. Took a lot of profit back here. There was a trend line that I told you if it breaks to the upside, but remember, I don't buy when the earnings are very close. Okay, I'm not again, I want to stress enough that I do not play for earnings. Okay, and this is exactly reason I don't play for earnings. I do own the stock. I did not sell the stock. And I thought they would have better earnings. And what happened here is a lot of that movies were coming out, especially in the summertime, didn't make it there, and that's what hurt this stock a little bit to the downside. We'll talk about more Disney in detail because we are holders of this stock. All the stocks that we are holding, if the earnings come out, we speak about them more in detail, what's going on there. So we're going to be talking about Disney a little more. We'll do a break down the transcript a little bit later on and see what happened to Disney. Should be, I think the stock is still a buy. Again, if you have it for your kids for be bought it at $85 and $90. If you have it for your kids, just leave it there. Just let it sit on the side. Eventually, Disney will go back to the upside. And take a look at the other Cisco. Let's go take a look at Cisco. They came out with great earnings yesterday, and Cisco right there. Cisco Systems. Where is Cisco sitting this morning? Way up there. It's right up here. Okay, so great earnings, fantastic. Again, this is a company that is making a lot of equipment. I don't think those companies have any choice. Like companies like Meta Cloud, anybody, if they're gonna make a deal with this company, they're gonna have to buy the equipment. They're gonna have to pay for it because Cisco has nothing that these companies they can use from these companies. They don't like they can only sell hardware to Meta or data centers, and they can all that's what this company is a little bit separate from the all the other companies. Okay, let's take a look at the hourly. It ran up right there. This company sells equipment, so it cannot make a deal with Meta. Okay, well, we'll use your Facebook or we'll use your technology. No, they don't need it, and they need to be paid, and that's what these companies gonna have to do. They're gonna have to pay them real money. So that's why Cisco, I think, is is it a buy here? It's ran up nicely. I know Gurkeet probably still has the shares. He's been buying this stock a bit like crazy, and if anybody followed him, I think it's a hold from here. I think it's gonna go higher. But if you're a buyer, wait for it to come down a little bit. Okay, so wait for it to make a little bit of drop to the downside. That's where I would buy. So that is, let's see what other earnings coming up. Hydro One, Canadian electrical company, Hydro One Utility is coming with earnings this morning. Let's take a look at what their earnings are look like quickly. What else is coming out? Earnings. Okay, so let's see. You should be able to see that in front of your screen. Yes, you can. This was Wednesday. Cisco came out with earning. Manulife. If you have Manulife, they've just beat the numbers. Let's quickly take a look at MFC. What I had this company. I have a very few shares left, and they're hitting the all-time highs with great, fantastic numbers. We originally bought this stock at $24 way back. Since then, it's been sitting in the background. I sold a lot of the shares at 44, 44, 45, way back here in the run up. And since then, I kind of have a few shares left, and they're just been sitting there. And I did not get back into the stock. Okay, but if those who have asked me in the past if they were whether to buy this stock, many times I've said buy this stock. You can hold on for a long time. Good insurance company, and if you still are holding it, I would still recommend that you hold it. I think this stock is going to go higher. Again, I got few shares left, no big deal to me, but long-term view, I made my short-term profit very good. Remember way back here, see this line drawn here? That's when we were buying. So this is how long we've been in doing this, right? So if just think about what you are buying with me today, what is it going to be looking like in a year, 2 years time? And look what this stock did, 24 to 48, it doubled. Never mind about the double. You know how much dividend it was paying back here? Uh, I'm sure a lot of you members members that are still here from like 3 years, they know what I've been talking about. And if they hold on, if they're still holding, guys, If you're still holding MFC, you made a lot of money on just dividends alone in the last 2 years. They were paying like over close to 8% here. So what is the dividend like right now at the current price? Let's take a look. Dividend on this one is still very good, almost like 3.5%. Okay, you're not gonna get 3% or even 3.5% from the bank on interest on your money. So if you're holding this one, man, you have made a very good decision. Okay, so that is MFC. What else came out? Loblaws, a lot of people ask about. They came out with earnings. Let's quickly take a look at them. Their earnings were hang on, let me go to day chart here. So their earnings were good. They were beat on our so the stock was up yesterday. And again, if you're looking to buy Loblaws now 59.80 above for short-term swing or short-term trade or a day trade, that's where you are looking for this 59.70. Okay, remember this stock does not move that much. Okay, just be careful. It's the candles are not that big on this one. So if you're looking for day trade, it's not gonna move that much. The other one I was talking about this morning, that was Hydro One, came out with earnings. Let's take a look at TSX right there. I bought this company at 19 bucks and I sold this company at $38.40. Again, I wish I'd hung on. I have a very few shares left. I always keep like some 5 to 10 shares sometimes. Sometimes I keep more. The reason I keep 5 to 10 shares is it's a reminder that these companies are good, that if they ever dive down, I know to look at them and buy them at lower. Unfortunately, this company never came back down when I sold it. It kept on going up. It's at $52. If you have Hydro One, I recommend that you hang on to it. It's a very solid company, a long time, 2.46% dividend. Ontario government still owns around 49% of this company. Okay, the rest of the shares are traded publicly. Okay, so this company is still, so if you built your portfolio on dividend stocks, companies like Hydro One, Manulife, Sun Life, and B Banks in Canada. If you're holding on to all of those and you have made good money over the year, hang on to it, especially when you're young. The Hydro One it's not going to go away anywhere, guys. It's going to be here forever. It's going to be here forever, a company like this. One time I owned a lot of shares on Hydro One. That's why I sold it. I made good money on it, but anyways, move on time. So I made money on others. So that is Hydro One. What else? Merck. Did Merck came out with earnings? They're coming out. I wasn't sure. Merck. MRK. This is one of my favorite companies. I own a few shares in this one as well. It's moving back to the upside. It actually came out earnings a few days ago. And it didn't, I don't know why they have it on the list here. Merck is coming out with earnings. We talked about all that already. JD earnings. JD earnings are coming out. Yes, they already came out. They came out they came out not bad at all. They beat and beat. Let's take a look. JD.com. The Nasdaq stock is slightly up, 31.66. They came out with pretty good numbers. I like, you guys know my feelings on this stock. I don't like this stock much, but they're making money. They made good money here. That's a good return there. So 619 million. This stock hasn't gone anywhere. Look where Baba is. Look where is Baidu is. Those stocks ran up pretty good. This stock did run up as much, but it has come down. So I think the stock is sitting at a support. So if you're looking to buy, those are good numbers, the earnings. But let's take a look at overall what the numbers look like on JD.com. It does even pay a dividend. That's not bad at all. Overview, $46 billion company, very good size into electronics, e-commerce. Statistics, numbers. These are, again, I don't trust a lot of the Chinese numbers, but big companies like JD.com, I have a little bit of maybe respect for, but Baba more, Baidu even more. But these numbers are very cheap. So the fundamental numbers are very cheap, and the stock has come down a lot. I think it's a good buy here. But if you're gonna buy it, I would keep a stop loss at 29.33 on JD.com. If you're gonna buy it, 29.33, keep a stop. I think this could make a good return. The Chinese economy has been doing well, and all the Chinese stocks have been doing very well. Stocks like Baba have been doing good. Stocks like Baidu, all of them have been doing better. They're better performer than JD.com, but I like that. So while we are at it, let's take a look at what Baba is doing lately. If anybody hanging Baba is still up there. It's jumping to the upside of 163 this morning from 157. It's almost $6 to the upside. So Baba has been coming down after that big run up, and I think this stock will continue because the Chinese economy has been doing really fantastic. So same thing with Baidu. Where's Baidu sitting? You can buy all these Chinese stock for longer term. And again, Baidu has been done very well. It has not come down like JD.com has. That's why these stocks I think gonna outperform better than JD.com. So Baba and Baidu I think are still buy to the upside. Anybody have any other stocks to talk about? If you do, put it in the chat, please. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep talking about my stocks. What are these stocks doing? Again, Rocket Mortgage is the one I want to talk. It was briefly. This point here was trying to break. I was looking at very closely. I was gonna add more. I added some more here below around 17 bucks. I already have a lot of shares of this one, and I'm looking for this breakout. 1849. If it happens, I will jump into more. And if the 10-year yield comes down, I will be jumping into this more. You always pay attention to, guys, when I'm talking about a stock, why I'm buying it. Why am I buying it? Why am I showing you? Why am I telling you why I'm buying it? Because when I say, hey, if the 10-year comes down lower, that's a hint to buy this stock. Okay, that's a hint to buy this stock to the upside. Okay, so that's what I think about Rocket Mortgages, especially if it can over this bearish candle here. This is a bearish candle. If you can beat that to the upside, this is going to break out nicely to the upside as well. And we'll look at those interest rates. So take a look at Rivian. Yeah, definitely Rivian. We haven't looked at this one for a while. Rivian.
The Hamilton insurance will break out again.
Sorry, insurance.
Hamilton insurance पर HG.
Sorry, Paji, if you can put the ticker, please, in the chat, please. Insurance ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ AUNH ਦੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ
ਨਹੀਂ HG ਭਾਜੀ Hamilton insurance
HD
HG
oh HG thank you buddy, thank you. Sorry ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾ ਕੰਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ I have a tetanus
ticker ਪਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਭਾਜੀ
ਮੈਂ HG ਅੱਛਾ. Yeah, this is another stock we talked about the other day. Let's go over Rivian here. Rivian is running on earnings, and they came. I had a quick peek. I couldn't believe this company still got a lot of revenue. I mean, 1.56 billion, and the market cap is not that much either. Rivian is supported by Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos was trying to make electrical vans out of this company. So he's a much bigger supporter, and he's got billions of dollars to support this company, and he's a main supporter of Rivian. Rivian also has a working contract with what's the name of the company? Volkswagen. Volkswagen likes their software. If anybody's going to buy this company out, it's going to be Volkswagen, because they like their software. They're paying like $5 billion to this company, Rivian, to use their software and test it out. And if the software works out eventually, this was about a year ago when they bought this. So if they like the software, they might buy this company as a whole. It's not worth much overall if you look at the thing here, overview. It's 21.48 billion. It was much cheaper when they got the software off these guys. It would have been much easier to just buy the whole company. They didn't do it. It's now gone up to $21 billion. Revenue wise, it's 5.2 billion. Company, I'm really surprised how much revenue it's really generating. And I'm kind of so maybe people are getting a little bit of bullish on this one because the revenue is also forecasted to go to the upside. And are they going to be producing all those electrical vans for? They did some, and they're again. I like their car too. I think their car was really a kind of luxury style. But again, I wasn't a big fan over the years because why the stock was coming down. I am a little bit okay with it now because what I see in the company has been holding out really nicely too. It is down a little bit on this morning, so but really it's I'm not. I wouldn't. Again, I'm a different type of investor, so I'm not gonna get into this company. But for those who are, I think it looks much better than what it used to be. So that's what I will say about that. It looks much better. Okay, Rivian and Haman. Quickly take a look at that HG first. HG. Okay, these are copper futures. I thought there was an insurance company.
Hamilton Insurance.
Oh, Hamilton. Okay. Right there. Okay, so it's breaking out. So we've been talking about this for a while. I think this was good numbers. And who brought it? Somebody brought it up, and we said this thing was a strong buy. And if you picked it up, especially on the breakout here to the upside, again,
अजय pre-market ਚ 10% up already 2739 ਤੇ ਚਲੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ
yeah yeah so that again we said was a strong buy because why because we really like the fundamental numbers we knew this company could continue to the upside look how cheap they are and when we looked at this I said buy right and this was in the couple of was it last week I think we said did in the market update. So pull the market update, guys, if you don't believe us. I think, yeah, Simran.
ਇਹ ਲਾਸਟ ਵੀਕ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਨੰਬਰ ਬਾਈ ਕਰ ਲਓ
Yeah, so look what it's doing. So ਜਦੋਂ ਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ fundamentals match ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ chart match ਕਰਦਾ I give it a very strong buy and this was a very strong buy. So if you bought, guys, there you go to the upside and it's breaking out. I would hang on. I see a further upside with that much cheap numbers. Okay, fantastic, buddy. Thank you. So let's take a look at the other ones. Take a look at I forgot the one I really wanted to take a look at. HD, we look at Humana. Humana is the other insurance company. Why do I want to take a look at insurance company? Because Donald Trump is bashing them. Okay, so Donald Trump, why is he bashing them? They're already down. Sorry, wrong one. HU1. So why is Donald Trump bashing these insurance company? Because he thinks these guys are just stealing a lot of money from the government. So then it's not a very good news for them. But again, this stock would be down big if it was up. This stock is sitting at a sport. It's sitting at a very good cheap stock. They're not gonna disappear. Donald Trump can do whatever he wants. They're eventually going to have to go through insurance company to settle all these claims. Somebody's got to claim. The government not going to get into a claim business. So this company, these insurance companies already have set up for claims. So it's not going to happen just like overnight that they're going to forget about these companies. I like Humana. Humana has come down nicely. Every time we come into this area, we buy. I'm going to recommend buy again. Because it's come down. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth time it's come back into this area. So it's been giving a very good return too, up and down. So I think it's a buy. Humana, again, where would be the stop loss? I like stop loss is a little bit far away. Can it come down a little more on the negative news? Yes, it can. Okay, but don't put all your money in at once. A little bit at a time. Again, we could be running back to up here. I said back here we could be running back to $400 target. They still have not got their 4-star, 5-star ratings on their insurance. Once a 4-star, 5-star insurance rating comes in on them, this could be heading back to the upside. Okay, so that's what I think about Humana. CNC is the other one. I'm holding. These two insurance companies, I'm still holding on to them. And see, they're not doing bad. because they've already been killed a lot to the downside. They're cheap. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that again. Look for this breakout around the $39.33. Okay, that is still, I think, strong stock. I think it still can make to 60, $70, but thing is, it might be a while before it gets there. So if you ever think about taking that your profit from $25, I'm not gonna stop you. Okay, but I think do long term, I do think these stocks are gonna come back. A lot of people also hold UNH. I don't hold that one. But again, UNH is in the same boat, holding pretty much the same area. Can it come back to the upside? Yes. I think Humana, UNH, CNC, MetLife, there are a lot of other insurance companies that have been heading to the downside. I think they are all pretty much will head back to the upside. So this one as well. So, and I tell you, somebody stole my initials to use their ticker symbol. Someone stole my initials? Oh, okay. All right. Somebody used ticker HG. Okay, Newmont. Newmont is a mining company. It's a good company. If you like resources, I would love it, own it. I like this company for long term. A fantastic standout, like Barrick Gold. It continues to the upside, 94.20. These companies were way but cheap back here. Remember, we talked about a lot of times about this company. We don't talk about it here. Remember, we talked it way back here, and we talked about it here. We've been doing this for a very, very long time. And every time somebody comes up and I said this company is a buy, it's come up, run up nicely. So one of the things especially those new people that are here, I want you to go back into, we have all the updates. We've been keeping the updates for a year now. Sorry, we were not doing that before. So eventually, we've been keeping, I'll take a look at what the last recording was on our market update that we've been posting. So all those people that are new here, go back to a YouTube channel. It's pinned on the upside. If you don't know where it is, let me show it to you. Okay. So our YouTube channel is pinned right in here. There are two channels. You can click this one or this one here. Yeah, you can either click this one or this one. Both of them. One, Harvey has his videos on one. I have my videos on the other one. What you can do is go listen to some of these old recordings, and you will know what we're talking about. If you listen to like few of them, right? If you go back them, you will see what we're talking about, what we are saying. And if I'm saying something wrong, but if you see something, what I've been saying, go take a look at it. Okay? Go take a look at those things and you tell me whether I've been, on the spot or not. So stocks like this, we've been talking about them for many times. Where they were buys, where they were sells. Okay? So do verify, especially for all those young. So the stock has been running really nicely. So be careful a little bit now. It can come down. It's a very solid company. It has good fundamentals, good numbers. Even if you take a look at it, this is still cheap, for this company, but it's still running. So if you want it, hang on to it. Cash flow, everything looks good on this one. Again, they're into gold, silver, they're a mining company. And they also pay a little bit of dividend as well, 1.07%, $101 billion. Copper is important. Silver, right now, I like COPX if you just want to buy copper futures, COPX, or sorry, it's a ETF, COPX. Okay. So if you want to buy coppers alone. Newmont, we talked about what else? But you check SMR. Let's check up SMR. What's SMR? Nuclear power. I like this one. We talked about this one before. Sorry for it. Sometimes I forget the tickers. I like this company. And if you, it went way up there, $57. Now it cut in half. I like this company for long term. I like the technology. If you can get it cheaper, $10.63 billion company. I like the nuclear. This is what molecular reactor. They make small reactors, and this company has, if they can, they're still in the developing stage. Once the revenue starts flowing, because it doesn't have much revenue there. Once we got this company, they start getting revenue flow. I think this company will cover to the very. I read up on this a little bit. Those young guys, 25, 30 years old, you should own some of this stock in your portfolio. But I want you to let it turn around to the upside and do a little bit of homework on it. This is a company that in the long term, there was another company, nuclear company, I have it somewhere. I will find that list. I will tell you that stock too. So both of these stocks for the long term are going to make you millions and millions of dollars, because I think they're going to go a lot higher than the current price. So do a little bit of research on this one before you buy, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So I like this company, but whether you buy it here, this is going to be a really good buy if it comes to $15. But I don't know if it's going to come down that far. Then I wouldn't. If you asked me back here, I would have said, well, maybe it's not going to come back this far. But I definitely just have a wait on this. See if it comes down here. They're in the right area. All these negative earnings here, look at all these, they are all red except for one. They're all red because they don't have any revenue. And wait till they come back to this level here. And I think that's going to be really good buy, Hitesh. I really think I really like it. I've been following this company ever since it came on my radar. On my, when I first started falling back last year, and I liked it, and it made us good money too back here. But right now, I would just wait a little bit on this one here. NNE was the other one, I think, right? You guys remember? I think NNE was the other one. Let me just quickly take a look at NNE. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, thanks, Devo. Again, this is the other one. These are two companies, guys. I think both of them are going to do very well for the future. Again, if you're holding them, hang on to it. Again, these companies don't have revenue. That's the problem. And once they start generating revenue, I think these companies are going to do really well. And they are into nuclear technology as well. And what I've been talking about is, remember the present nuclear plants, they have huge reactors. And there is some sort of also a problem with if something goes wrong with them. The new reactors that these companies are building, they are much safer. If something really does blow up as well, they're much safer to use. They're much smaller, and they can build these plants. If you go read their stuff, guys, they can put these guys away from water. The nuclear plants that we build now must have water around them to cool them down, right? But these plants here, they can build like on land, and their cooling system is much different than just using the water. So go look into this, guys. I really think these things are gonna maybe in the future are gonna take off to the upside. So that's NNE. Thank you for bringing that, Devo. Sometimes I can't remember the tickers right off. I don't write every single ticker down, but if I go back into my diary, I find them every day. When I do a market update, I usually put what tickers I'm talking about, what price tags that I've given you. Like yesterday, I talk about when I give you a ticker, I give you a price range. I go test myself in the back and see if did I give you the right analysis. Okay, I test myself to make sure I'm not giving you guys the wrong information, and we want to be in the right stocks. Money is especially money. We don't want to be losing money on a wrong stock. Okay, so let's go back here. What else? AVGO. These are all chip stocks, guys. They've been going down for the last few days, but eventually they will come back. Chips like Nvidia, they've been hurt to the downside a little bit. Talk about negative, especially in China, about not using in the government or not allowing some chips companies to bring their chips into China. Again, I think very strong companies, AVGO, whether you take Oracle, VRT is going down. It's going to be an opportunity to buy if it's going down, sir. Raman, definitely it would be an opportunity. So if you just take a look, how far is it going down? Where can we buy VRT? Okay, VRT is sitting at 173, it's about a few bucks down. So this stock is all-time high at 202 bucks. Where would you buy it? Wait till it settles down. Wait till it good turn makes a U-turn. Those who have a good profit in them, I wish you take it. Take some profit, guys, as it's going up. But wait for it to make a U-turn to the upside. Um, before you buy it. Okay, so that's or IVG, Oracle, VRT. I think they all have run up a lot. Wait for them to come down and just wait for the U shape and then buy them. Valero Energy, VLO is a Valero Energy. Let's take a look. I love this stock. I bought it very cheap years ago. Bought it very cheap. It's sitting at double top right now. Just be careful. Deepak here, it's on the double top at 182. Run up a lot on the energy. Where I would buy, if you have a profit in this, I would take it. But if you want to go back into the stock, look above a 184 bucks if it's going to break out. If it does break out to the upside, that's where I will look to buy. Valero is a very good energy. I looked at all. I know the numbers. I follow this company a lot. Again, a good cash flow. Quickly, let's show you the numbers. Um, Statistics, these numbers, Valero Energy. I like this thing around 5, but again, this company is into gas stations in the US big time. So they have a lot of cash flow, positive cash flow. This is where the problem is right now. They're selling a lot of gas. They're not making a lot of profit. But if they were making a lot more profit, these numbers would be even better. So I like this company. Again, it's run up a lot. I would not be a buyer here. I would only be a buyer on the breakout. But if it does come down, it's one of the companies you should consider buying. It's like Valero, ExxonMobil, Shell. There's a bunch of other ones. They're all on the same boat. Okay, so I would be a buyer on the dip on these ones. Don't be afraid to buy. These companies have great cash flow. Okay, so again, let's continue my Dollarama, guys. If you took it, take a profit on it. It's a good profit on it, and wait for it to maybe it ran up from 175 to 193 bucks yesterday. Again, I take a profit, guys. Let it run back down, then buy it. I think it still can go to 195, maybe back to 200. And if it gets to 200, then we're going to be looking at the breakout to the downside. I think it's going to take a little bit of rest. Personally, I think it's going to come back to the downside a little bit, and then it's going to continue to the upside. So if you want to hang on, that's fine too. It's still a good stock. It's still going to go to the highs. And again, I just like to take profit out again, and I like to buy. I like to compound my profit. You know, let it come down, buy again, but let it go up, sell, and stuff like that. So definitely, Dollarama, Dollar Tree is the same boat. You know, Dollar General is also in the same boat. Dollar John General came down, and I remember I said buy, right, when it's coming down here. So I said buy. This is pulled right back to the upside. Dollar General still is cheap. It's the numbers are very cheap. I think it's gonna go. If once it breaks above here, 107 bucks, I think it's gonna go back to 115. Long term, I think it's gonna. I think by Christmas it should be 115. If it's not 115 by Christmas, then dump it, because I don't own Dollar General much. I own Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree gives you a better movement on the price. That's why I like Dollar Tree, and the stock is much better. So if you look at Dollar Tree, look how much it bounced from the bottom here, 86 bucks. It bounced all the way back to 102, and it continues to be very strong to the upside. And this is the one I hold. 117 bucks by Christmas is not a bad target. Okay, so definitely hang on to this. ELF, let's take a look at ELF. Do you remember all the stocks that I'm talking about? You're making easy money on it. These stocks, you do not have to worry. If they come down, we're going to buy some more because they're very strong. Their balance sheets are very strong, right? Every one of them, if you even get a 9-10% correction, I'm still going to hold on to these stocks, guys. I'm going to be buying more. But I'm going to let other people panic, let them sell it, and I'm going to be picking up more of it. So I really wish we had a market crash, really, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people don't like that, but again, I know it makes a smile on my face when there's a crash. So of Beauty, they came out with earnings and the stock has been taking a hit. But this is not the only stock that's been taking a hit. Every retail is in the doldrums pretty much. So I'm looking a little bit of Christmas to help these stocks out. So if you're interested in taking a risk a little bit, remember this is a little bit of risk. Okay, you can buy this stock. I think into Christmas, you're gonna see stocks like this a little run a little bit up. You look at this one, you look at Target, you look at Lulu, all these stocks, Nike, everyone, they're all down. People are not spending money on name brands out there. They're not. But at the end of these are straight franchise. These are great companies. Elf is a great company. Nike is a great company. Lulu is a great company. But the problem is nobody's spending money in these stores right now. And we are hoping that the Christmas will help a little bit, maybe to pump these stock to the upside. So if you want to buy a little bit, I have no problems. Even Elf, in Nike, or Target. Target is I own Target, guys. I have a little bit of shares in those. In Target, Target could make a nice comeback because if you're gonna buy anything, I would suggest that you buy Target. All right, but Target has all the pretty much name brands in there. So Target is more diversified as well. Remember, Lulu does one thing, Nike does one thing. When you look at Elf does one thing, they're in the particular brand, right? But Target does everything. It's a well diversified company. If any company that's gonna make a nice comeback, it's Target, and it's been holding at this level pretty much now for the last since it's hit the lows here. So it's holding, and I think Christmas it should be giving us at least over $100 stock, maybe possible. Okay, I own shares. And where did I buy my shares? I bought at $101. That's where I bought them. Where did I buy? Why did I buy them? Remember this double bottom here? We talked about. We were hoping that double bottom it will go back to the upside. Well, it didn't, right? And I like the stock. $101. I still own some shares, and I'm still holding it. Okay. So if you go back into again review our morning updates we've been doing, go back to around this time, somewhere around here in the March updates, and you will see me exactly what I said now. I said it back then. Okay. So
ਸ਼ੋਰ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ 골ਡ ਦਾ ਕਦੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ 4K ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ 42 ਤੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਿਆ ਦਿਨ
ਭਾਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਚਿਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਕਈ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਜੁੜੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਉਹ
ਭਾਜੀ KD ਦੇਖ ਲਓ 75 ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ
ਯਾ ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਵੇਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਸ਼ੋਰਟੀ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਬਈ comfortable ਰਹੋ ਮਤਲਬ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿੰਨੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਸਟਾਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦਿੰਨੇ ਆ you gotta be comfortable with it right so thank you buddy
Yeah, one of the Dollar Tree.
yeah
Yeah.
ਹਾਂਜੀ Dollar Tree
Hun-
ਆਪਾਂ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਜੀ
Anybody? Yeah, you gave a Dollar Tree when it was like around 60 something,
yeah
or
back
yeah,
here back
yeah,
here
we made good money out of it. Yeah,
yeah so
yeah, and
ਐਫਸੀ ਭਾਜੀ
definitely definitely all the HG DG we made even money on Elf. Remember Elf was down when when we first said was a buy, right? Even Elf back here. So you can go and take a look, listen to all these. This was when it was going down, and we were saying the stock was getting too cheap, and we picked it up on the way up here. But if you made money on it, fantastic, guys. But again, for those new people, go listen to those market updates, and you will know what I'm talking about. And you'll be comfortable at holding these stocks, guys. And Alf is, like I said, if you want to take a risk in it, it is a risky stock, but we are going into Christmas. We only got about a month and a half, and we got a Black Friday coming up. Just when people are feeling in a good mood, when people are going into Christmas a little bit, people tend to buy stuff. They do a lot of shopping. They're in a happy mood. The stock market is even happier. We talk about Christmas rally. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about good mood, and that's what happens with a lot of stocks. Even there, if they're not performing that well, they're not doing that great still, but they give you a very good return on the short term. Okay, so let's take a look at Adobe. I don't. I'll tell you right now, BP. I have been telling this. I don't like this stock. I've been saying this for a while. The reason I don't like this stock is there's so much competition in this field. Okay, you got DocuSign. I think DocuSign is probably better than Adobe. There are many other ones. I know the products may be not exactly the same. Adobe, we've been using it for many years, but the problem is they have brought nothing new. Okay, they brought nothing new except they have a subscription. They were originally didn't charge a subscription, but when they started charging a subscription, the stock originally started going up like this. Then they started producing nothing new, and the Adobe started going to the downside. And it's been going to, it's sitting at a sport here. Can it handle this? Can it bring something new to push this stock to the upside? There's nothing new so far that I have seen. So unless it convinces me that it has some new product that is going to come out and they're going to make money on, I'm not going to buy this stock, even if it's down this much. Okay. So again, it has to convince me that to buy. So overall, take a look at the, that revenue is pretty steady on it. It's a very good 24 billion company. But again, it's the numbers, are okay. If you look at these numbers, these are okay numbers, but they're not producing anything new technology. If they don't have that, I don't want to be in it. So the bottom on this stock could be around 272. Can it come down to that level? I think so. Okay. So just be careful. I wouldn't own it. I'm not a buyer. But
ਭਾਜੀ
again,
ਮੜੇ Dave and Buster ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸ ਦੋਗੇ?
yeah, Dave, DAVE. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, Dave and Buster, yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at Dave. These again, this is kind of making very nice bullish flag. I would say this is a bullish flag on the daily from here. 175 bucks. The top on this one is 285 bucks. So I think these guys are restaurant, entertainment, and stuff like that. I think they do that. Let's take a look on the financials.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ
Yeah, that's it. They do a lot of parties, especially kids parties, birthday parties, stuff like that. This company here, it's a $3.26 billion company. Why is it flying to the upside? It's got pretty good revenue, increasing, and the profit margins are higher on this one. That's why you got a huge dollar per share. The forecast on it, the profits are huge on it for this company, because it doesn't cost them a lot to do, and they're not into very much risky stuff either. Okay, so that's why this stock has a great earnings. I don't know if they're going to achieve these earnings, but those are strong numbers, and that's why this stock has run to the upside. So overall, statistics numbers are okay. They're not very fantastic numbers, but they are lower than the previous numbers, pretty much close to what the previous numbers are, but not that much, but they are there. Does it pay a dividend? No. Balance sheet looks pretty good. It's increasing. All the numbers are good, but to be honest with you, I would be, if you have it here, back here, if you bought a profit, this was a nice bullish flag, broke to the upside. This was a nice bullish flag, broke to the upside. Can this bullish flag break to the upside? Yes, it can. Why? Because if those earnings, what they're saying, if those earnings are, if they get them, I think this stock goes over 287.
ਜਿਸ ਦਿਨ ਇਹਦੀਆਂ ਅਰਨਿੰਗ ਆਈਆਂ ਗੈਪ ਅਪ ਖੋਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਾਰਾ ਦਿਨ ਸੇਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਵਾਚ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਬਾਜੀ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਇਹਦੀਆਂ ਕੈਂਡਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਬਣ
So yeah, that's a reason why they've been incredible. Look, 248% earnings price, 248, and the 13% on the revenue side. That's a pretty strong numbers. ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੰਬਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਟਾਕ ਕੀ ਕਰਦਾ? They jump, right? They jump.
ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਕੱਢ ਰਿਹਾ ਵੀਕ ਹੋਲਡਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਆਊਟ ਹੋਊ ਫਿਰ ਚੱਲੂ
Yeah, exactly. So again, the stock ਕੋਈ cheap ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ $241 ਦਾ, right? So look for this to break out. If it breaks above 285, they're going to take out a lot more people. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਢਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੱਢਿਆ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੱਢਿਆ, ਫਿਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੱਢਿਆ, ਫਿਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੱਢਿਆ. ਜੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਆਊਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ, this is gonna, who knows where it's gonna go.
ਜਿੰਨਾ ਅਰਨਿੰਗ ਪਲੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਭਾਜੀ ਉਹ ਕੱਢਣੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਾਹਰ
ਬਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਲਿਆ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਲਾਸਟ ਮਿੰਟ ਤੇ ਲਏ ਆ ਵੀ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਆਊਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਢਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ. Yeah, definitely. So that is Dave. Adobe. Did I miss anything? Guys, if I miss anything, guys, just put it in the chat again. I will take a look at it. 9:50. Holy cow, time. I completely forgot. I'm cutting Harvey out before the market update. You know what? I'm gonna stop right here. Join me. We're gonna talk about more stocks, especially swing trading stocks, guys, and we'll talk about the algo as well. What happened to my algos quickly last night? My computer got shut down, guys. After I went to sleep, I don't know what happened, power blip or something. So I got no results from you, from last night. So if anybody else want to share their algo results, please do. But we'll talk about the algo after 10 o'clock. I'll let Harvey do his market update. So we'll stay tuned. 10 o'clock, be right here. Thank you.
All right, nice. Really good stuff. Like very informative update there from the Pops. Hope everyone found that useful. So I'll kind of quickly just run down the charts as we only got about 15 minutes here till the open. So I'll do a quick rundown. I was actually in this short right now as well. It's really nice to the downside on it.